In a world where political leaders face constant threats, one man has defied the odds like no other: Vladimir Putin, the resilient president of Russia. With an astounding 43 assassination attempts on his life, Putin's journey has been a heart-stopping roller coaster of danger, intrigue, and daring escapes. His unwavering determination to lead his nation forward, coupled with an ironclad security, has made him one of the most heavily guarded figures on Earth. Join us as we delve into the incredible saga of how Vladimir Putin has not only survived but thrived amidst a relentless storm of danger. This is a story that proves one thing: in the high-stakes game of life and death, Putin is the ultimate survivor. Vladimir Putin's surviving assassination attempts has practically turned into a twice-a-year event. No wonder his security team is top-notch and well-prepared. They've had plenty of real-life training to handle these situations. In the past, there are some serious attempts to harm Putin. One involved a complex car bombing plan, but the perpetrators were caught and sent to jail. Another time, a group of militants wanted to assassinate Putin while he was in Uzbekistan, but their plot was discovered, and they were arrested before they could do any harm. In 2000, Chechen rebels tried to assassinate Putin during his visit to Chechnya by detonating a bomb near his motorcade. Although the president survived, some of his security personnel were injured. Back in 2002, some plot tried to mess with Putin's food by putting jam in it at a hotel in Yalta. Luckily, this sneaky scheme got busted before it could happen. But that's not all. During a parade in Moscow's Red Square the same year, snipers had a wicked plan to take down Putin. However, the FSO, or Federal Protective Service, got wind of their evil plot and moved quickly to shut it down. In 2003, this time in British territory, two men were arrested by British anti-terror police for planning to kill Putin while he was in London. Russian Secret Service learned of the plot and informed their British counterparts. Later, there was another attempt to poison Putin's food during a foreign visit, but the specific details were not revealed. It's unclear if Putin's life was at risk or if the food tasters protected him. More assassination attempts occurred over the years, with one becoming major news in 2012. Ukrainian authorities arrested a group planning to assassinate Putin during his visit to Ukraine, but the details remain undisclosed, leaving room for speculation. From a distance, it might seem like Vladimir Putin is always lucky, carrying lucky charms like a four-leaf clover and rabbit foot all at the same time, but his ability to survive assassination attempts isn't about luck at all. It's all thanks to the thorough work of the FSO and other security teams protecting him. The FSO, a powerful agency with historical ties to the KGB, takes charge of safeguarding top government officials, and they're considered one of the best security teams in the world. The FFO's main job is to protect important government buildings and keep classified information safe. Over time, the FSO grew and took control of other government agencies, giving them a lot of power over how Russia's budget is spent. However, it's believed that the FSO manages a large annual budget, possibly totaling several billion rubles. They also have a significant workforce with around 50,000 personnel dedicated to various tasks. The FSO is indeed a powerful organization, but they're not the only ones responsible for ensuring Putin's safety. As a former KGB agent, Putin knows that most plots against him come from within, so he doesn't rely on just one organization for his safety, not even the FSO. To counterbalance the FSO's growing power, he created the National Guard in 2016, which now has over 340,000 troops directly under his command. It's quite expensive to maintain and operate this private army, costing around 200 billion rubles per year, approximately 2.7 billion US dollars. But it's a necessary cost to prevent any chance of a military coup. The National Guard, although a strong force, isn't responsible for preventing assassination attempts or protecting the president's life. Their main role is to look intimidating and discourage anyone from challenging high-ranking officials, whether in the military or other fields. The unit truly shields the president from danger and blends in the crowds as the President's Security Service, also known as the SBP. What's important is this specialized agency operates within the FSO and has 4 unique special units with around 2,500 additional personnel to ensure the president's safety. The SBP is the personal guard responsible for keeping the Russian president safe. It shows how much President Putin does to protect his authority and keep the country stable. That's why all 43 assassination attempts against him have failed. The innermost layer of his defense consists of his personal bodyguards, the ones you'll see on the ground. The rest of the team works behind the scenes and often finishes their job before the bodyguards are even needed. If the personnel detachment has to take action, about 2,500 people are ready to act. They're carefully chosen and extensively trained to be the world's best personal protection unit. Unlike their American counterparts, the SBP has a more lethal mandate. They're allowed to eliminate anyone they see as a threat, not just incapacitate them. Former police officers might not be part of this role because their training and apprehension could make them hesitant to use lethal force. Instead, the SBP relies on highly skilled operational psychologists to identify potential threats. The SBP members need to be incredibly tough and able to handle extreme temperatures without showing signs of weakness like shivering or sweating. President Putin doesn't like any display of vulnerability. These bodyguards, called the musketeers, have to meet certain strict physical requirements. They must be between 19 and 35 years old, stand between 5'7" and 6'2" tall, and have a visually fit and muscular body weighing between 75 and 90 kilograms. Besides, they should be fluent in at least 5 foreign languages and have a deep understanding of politics to become one of Putin's trusted guards. When you see the musketeers standing by the president's side, they look impressive, holding unique black leather briefcases. But these ordinary-looking briefcases are actually advanced shields that can withstand bullets of different sizes. However, their expertise isn't just defense. They're highly trained fighters armed with 9mm pistols loaded with armor-piercing bullets that work up to 50 meters. They also carry Kevlar umbrellas, which can act as shields against small bullets and function as regular umbrellas too. Apart from the musketeers, there are other covert teams that form the protective system. The second team is made up of secret guards who blend in with the public and are skilled at spotting signs of unrest. They're well-trained psychologists who observe facial expressions, walking patterns, and posture to identify possible threats. Although their combat abilities are kept secret, their main job is to gather information and cooperate with other units to handle dangers. The third team consists of top-notch snipers strategically positioned on buildings and inside apartments for continuous surveillance. The exact number of snipers is not disclosed, but some are intentionally placed in visible spots to discourage potential attackers. These sharpshooters have exceptional nerves and diligently scan for any signs of danger. To make sure the president stays safe, there is a fourth unit that looks after the surroundings when Putin is outside the Kremlin. They plan routes carefully to avoid places where trouble might happen. When the president travels abroad, this unit faces more challenges. They work closely with local law enforcement to handle any possible dangers beforehand. They also check the president's accommodations thoroughly before bombs and spy gadgets and anything of the like, making sure everything is safe before Putin arrives. The unit also carefully selects the people who go with Putin on trips abroad to keep him safe. They take food safety seriously, with members of the group thoroughly examining and tasting all the food served to the Russian leader to prevent any poisoning attempts. This whole operation is quite expensive, and most of Putin's visits cost millions of dollars, even if he's only away for a short time. But that's not the only thing. When he travels within his country, the security measures are even more strict. His high-tech limousine is just a small part of how serious Putin's security is during his travels. In conclusion, Vladimir Putin's survival through 43 assassination attempts shows that with strong determination and a dedicated security team, one can overcome even the most dangerous challenges. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. See you in the next video.